Like when you do something, you have the goods that is been accepted, goods that will be rejected. Even you are selling things that will be accepted, things that will be rejected. When there's some act of worship, everything is been shown to him through angel Gabriel alayhi salam. Like when Allah said, pray, how to pray, what to recite, how many units, must you have ablution before prayer? What about when you have a wet dream? Must you have a major ablution? Why they are major ablution? Why they are minor ablution? Everything is in a package. After you clean your body, how about your dressing? Your dressing also must be clean from najis, not just from dust or oil. Dust and oil is not najis. It's just don't look that clean, but it is not najis. It's not something filthy. You can still, while you're working as a mechanic, with all the oil, you know, on your garment, you can still pray because that is not najis. Najis is something that is filthy, smelly. Then you have to change your garment. So first thing, when you are clear that your intention is for Allah, and if you look at the ayat, highlighting this point in the Quran stated, indeed those who submit themselves to Allah and act righteously will be rewarded by Allah. They have no fear nor they grieve. Nothing for you to worry. When your intention is clear, brothers and sisters, nothing for you to worry. It's just like when you are very straightforward with your parent. Tell them who you are. That I'm a Muslim. This is what I have to do. No more worry. But when you hide your identity, there's a lot of problem. Now, it's important to understand the clause, those who submit themselves to Allah. Inna allazina qalu rabbuna Allah. Those who submit themselves to Allah are those who, when Allah decided or He commanded you to do something, you don't have choice. You are a good, obedient servant of Allah because we know Allah knows better than all of us. Whatever He wants you to do is nothing for Him. He don't need. It's for your own good. Whatever He said don't do is because Allah knows best. It's also for your own good. When Allah said don't lie, don't cheat, so there's nothing for you to worry when you do business, when you talk to people. If you don't lie and don't cheat, you have no fear. You can sleep in peace. Nobody disturbs, because there's nothing for you to fear. But when you are trying to do all the bad things, of course, they realize the essence of Tawheed monotheism by sincerely worshipping Allah alone, la sharika lak. Meaning whatever you do, no hidden agenda. Purely, I'm doing for the sake of Allah, whether there's anybody around me or no one around me, my intention is clear. I will do the same thing. Not only when in front of the people I show off, behind their back I don't pray. Example, that means you are not sincere in your act of worship. This is just an example. The word act righteously, amal saleh. Why do Allah use this term, amal saleh? If you look into Quran, most of the verses when Allah says, allazina amanu wa amilu salihat, it come together. Those who believe and act righteously. Not just do an act for the sake of doing, no. When you do something, you do with commitment. You give the best. And that's why there's one prayer the Prophet taught us, a very short prayer. Follow me to recite this first, so that you get that blessing. Yeah? You follow me to recite this short prayer together. Allahumma a'inni ala zikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. What is the meaning? You can see it. That is written here also. Yeah? Meaning, the Prophet is here to remind us. Even you want to do all the good things, you want to remember Allah, you want to be grateful and be thankful to Allah, you want to worship Allah, ask Allah for help. Oh Allah, help me to do the right zikr. Help me to be thankful to you in the way you want me to be thankful, not in our own way. Sometimes you see, when people do something, do a favor for you, you go to the shop, you order for drink, you order some food, they serve you, you say, what? Thank you. Whether it come from the heart or not, no one knows. Just lip service. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We don't know whether that thank you is from your heart. But at home, your wife serving you, normally, I don't know how many husbands say thank you. Why? Because we thought that understood. Yeah. Teach your children each time when they get something, say what? Thank you. It's a very powerful word. And when you want to worship Allah, you ask Allah to help you to perform the best worship and the guidance, sunnah of Allah's Messenger. Today you have seen a lot of Muslims who want to do a lot of good deeds, and they do without following the way of the Prophet. Give you one example. We all Muslims in the world love Prophet Muhammad so dearly. This is what month we are in now? The month of Rabiul Awal. This is the month that majority of the Muslims around the world will try to recall an important day, a day where this man, the great man, Muhammad Sallallahu was born. And he passed away the same month. But how do you show your love toward this great man? By doing what you want to do? No, no, no. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Kullu ummati yadkhuluna al-jannah." All my followers will go to paradise. Illa man aba, except those who refuse to go. Qila man ya'ba ya Rasul. So a group of companions was shocked when the Prophet said, there is a group who decide not to go to paradise. And they are also my follower, but they decide not to go. So the companion asked, who are this group? The Prophet said, Qila man ya'ba ya Rasulullah. Qal man atani dakhala jannah wa masani faqad aba. Whoever try their best, there will be a group who refuse to follow the way of Prophet Muhammad. So they celebrate his birthday in their own way. You should celebrate the birthday of this man by following his teaching. That's how simple it is. Follow what he wants you to do. Do you know, sisters, when you drink, if you use your right hand, you say Bismillah, your drinking will be rewarded by Allah as an act of ibadah. But use right hand, say Bismillah. Do you know that when you drink or hot drink, you are not supposed to blow into the drink? You can, no, don't do that. If you want to drink faster, take a bigger glass. You want it to be cooler, put a cube of ice. But don't blow. Because the Prophet said, when you blow, all the germs that come up from the mouth will go into the drink, and you are drinking back all the bad germs. We don't care as long as I drink. Halal drink. Yes, drink is halal. But the way you take your drink. When you do that properly, people know, oh, this person know what he's doing. So everything you do, there is good and bad. Now, it is worth nothing here, however, following the Prophet guidance relate only to pure act of worship, such as a prayer, fasting, and remembrance of Allah. It does not relate to those acts which fall under the general meaning of worship. There's those acts and practices which one does with a good intention in order to receive reward from Allah, such as exercising with the intention of getting strength to worship Allah better and engaging in trade to support one's family. Engaging in such activities only require avoiding of acting against the Prophet teaching or committing a forbidden act. I hope you understand what this sentence means. There are certain acts of worship you cannot plus and minus. You just like copy paste. That's all. Because it is done, everything is been done nicely, correctly, perfectly, just copy paste, call us. But there are certain acts of worship like working. As long as your working is a halal kind of work, your business, halal business. So you make sure that you don't lie, you don't cheat. If this is an old stock, sit old stock. We were in China, just came back last night. So we met someone telling us, here we drive cars, and the car here are very cheap. So we asked, how cheap is very cheap? Their car costs only 5,000. That means maybe about 2,500 Malaysian ringgit. But this is not second-hand car or third-hand car. These are seven-hand car. Okay, then I understand. Oh, seven-hand car. Normally we have used car or second-hand car. This is seven-hand car. That means this car have been used by so many people. And that's why the price go low and low. Okay. Yeah. Now, this is worldly thing. You want to buy a car, make sure that you show them your product. Tell them this is a seven-hand car. No problem. Whatever agreement that you come to agree to buy and sell is halal. But it is a seven-hand, you say, no, this is a third-hand. You are lying. And anything you do in business when you lie is, the Prophet said, Man ghasha falaysa minna. Whoever lie while doing business or do cheating, he is not one of us. Khalas. It's a serious matter. The extra you get make you become a non-follower of Prophet Muhammad. It's not worth. Yeah. Next. You have it? Just two, yeah? Okay. Now, the condition of worship. Again, I just want to remind myself and all the good brothers and sisters. Show you one simple example. Prayer. The Salah. Allahu Akbar and end with Salam. You remember how many conditions that you must fulfill? Anyone remember? How many conditions that you must fulfill? When you miss one of these conditions, your prayer is not valid. You can pray, but it's not valid. There are prayer that Allah accept, there are prayer that Allah reject. There are certain act that is halal, there are certain act is haram. Eating halal food is halal. But when you are eating and you perform your prayer, that act of eating invalid the prayer. You cannot. You cannot put chewing gum inside and then while you're praying, Allahu Akbar. You can't do that. You do that, your prayer is not valid. Condition. Now I run very quickly so that you remember. 6 basic requirement condition that you must fulfill to make sure that your prayer is valid. Yeah? Based on, of course, under the guidance of La ilaha illallah, for the sake of Allah, the way you follow Prophet Muhammad. Number 1, make sure that your body is clean from minor and major ablution. Rule number 1. Body must be clean from minor and major ablution. Major ablution, you must take a bath. Minor ablution, just taking wudu. Number 2, remember I'm going to ask you back later on. Number 2, your garment that you wear to cover your body must be clean from najis. From najis. If the man go to the washroom and they are not careful, and some part of the urine may get into the garment and they don't wash it properly, they just go out, nobody knows. They just pray, your prayer will not be valid. Number 3, the time of prayer must come in. You cannot just pray subuh if you cannot sleep until 5 a.m. But 5:30 you're getting sleeping. You cannot say, I pray first lah, because I'm sleepy now. No, you only pray when the time comes. You cannot pray before the time comes. Inna salata kanat ala mu'minina kitaban mawquta. Allah said, indeed the time of prayer Allah have fixed for the believers. You don't fix your time. Allah fixed His time for you. Unless you are a traveler, then you can combine. You can bring forward the later prayer to join to the early prayer for travelers only. The place, number 4, that you want to worship Allah must be clean. You cannot just go into the toilet and say, I'm going to pray here. No. Toilet is a place for you to do what you have to do, to clean yourself. Not a place for you to go and worship Allah. No. Yeah. You can worship Allah in an open area, R&R, clean. You know that on the ground is clean. You can pray, no problem. How many conditions now? How many conditions I have shared with you? Number 1 is what? Your body must be clean from minor and major ablution. Number 2, the garment must be clean. Number 3, time of prayer must be in. Number 4, the place for you to worship Allah must be clean, not a dirty place. Number 5, you must face your direction, Qibla. You know this is Qibla, you purposely want to face this direction, you can, but Allah will not accept. Allah commands us to face Qibla. Imagine Qibla is the Kaaba. The Kaaba is not the house that Allah stay in. No. Kaaba is been selected by Almighty Allah, the All-Knowing, as a center of the earth where every Muslim, when they want to perform their prayer, they face to one direction. Show you one simple example about Kaaba. See the picture there? The frame there. Is there a Kaaba there? No. Okay. You all can see me clearly? This is the Kaaba. Yeah? You see, the people were surrounding the Kaaba. Now, example, this rostam is the Kaaba. Now you see everybody is facing the Kaaba. Listen carefully. Listen carefully what I'm going to share with you. Our Prophet ﷺ pray, this is the Hajar Aswad, the first corner. The second, the third, the fourth. Here is the door of Kaaba. Okay? The Prophet always pray standing here. Then he pray. Whoever stand here and pray, and here, their prayer is not valid. Understand? Listen again carefully. The Prophet stand from this direction, from this angle. Whoever stand here, their prayer is not valid. You follow me closely? But now everybody is praying around the Kaaba. What do I? Yeah. I just said just now, whoever stand here, stand there, here, prayer not valid. How can? When the Prophet was in Mecca for 13 years, the 11th year, he received an invitation from Allah for the night journey, Isra and Mi'raj, to receive the gift from Allah to all of us about prayer. So that we have a direct communication with Allah without any medium. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. At that point of time, Gabriel came down and led the Prophet to perform the prayer from this point. He never stand here, there, and also here. Because our first Qibla is not Kaaba. Our first Qibla, just an example, is Baytul Maqdis, Al-Aqsa. Al-Aqsa so happen is this direction. If you stand here, you're not facing Al-Aqsa anymore. So that's why the Prophet only stand here. But he is not facing noon prayer. After the second unit, raka'at, Allah command him to change the Qibla. So while he was performing the prayer, the third to the fourth, he make changes and face Kaaba. Okay? Since after that, you can stand here and stand here and stand here and pray. And now what they are doing is correct. Why? But the Prophet never make change by himself. He never make all these changes by himself. He followed the commandment of Allah. He said, change your Qibla. It is so true. Allah know what is best. Allah know the future. He sees everything. If Kaaba is still in Al-Aqsa, we don't know what's going to happen. Even today, the people of Palestine, the young Muslim, cannot go to Al-Aqsa and pray. Al-Aqsa become like a museum for foreigners. Foreigner can come visit and pray. Because the one who is controlling this area are non-believers. They are the Yahud, who have no respect to any laws except their own law. We don't care what you say, what UN said. This is what they say. They don't care how long you have lived there. They can come to you and say, get out. This is our land. Go out. You become landless. They have no respect to anyone except themselves. But Allah Almighty, who sees everything, He commanded the Prophet to face back Al-Kaaba. Because this is the first house been built on earth. And was rebuilt by Abraham alayhi salam and his beloved son Ismail. The Kaaba. Kaaba is known as Baytul Atiq in the Quran. And that is why the word antique came about. Antique, something very, very old. And that's why Allah called Baytul Atiq. How many now? How many conditions? How many already? Number one is what? Your garment, outer inner garment must be clean from najis. Number three, the time of prayer you must make sure is in. Number four, the place for you to perform your prayer must be clean. Number five, face the Qibla. We just talked about that. And the last one is what? Is your intention. Why do you do this prayer? Why do you do this prayer? Are you doing for the sake of Allah or for other people? Are you doing just an act right hand? Right hand. Yeah? Sometimes we are not aware which hand we are drinking because you are so used to it. The left become right. Yeah? Because you are so used to it. Always remember you will drink. Check which hand you are holding your drink. You know. If you're using the left hand, so what should you do? Change. That's all. Just change. That's all. Not difficult. If you fail to change because you are so used to it, the one who is in front or beside you must remind, help your sister, help your brother, right. You must remember, the Quran also talk about Ashabul Yamin, the right side, and the left side. In the day of judgment, if you receive your record book from the right hand, this is the sign you passed your exam. Once you receive the record book with your left hand, this is a sign you have failed. So get used to the right, so that we become Miss Right and Mr. Right. I mean, if there's any question, now open for Q&A. Fatafadal. Don't forget, yeah, the best thing sometimes we always say, put your thing on the right. Anything you want to drink, and put on the right side. Yeah, that's how you discipline yourself.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I just got to thinking about this. Let's say if someone has a left hand and the right hand is disfigured with no fingers, just a stump up to there. So he or she must hold the left, and where can we put our right hand under the cup? Yeah?
If somebody handicapped,
Yes.
then he do what he can. If
Okay.
they can still use the right and supported by the left,
Use the left.
yeah, then okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you only have one hand, left hand, then don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just do what you can.
Right.
For those who Allah give both, then the Prophet said, right, right. If Allah give you only left, then you are allowed to do that, because that's the only hand you have.
Yeah, and we need to put our right hand under the cup or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, if you can help yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jazakallah khair.
Supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jazakallah khair,
Now,
Ustaz.
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Welcome. Next question. Any next question? Brother and sister, when you want to go to washroom, toilet, which leg do you step in first? Huh? Which leg? You check your leg later on. After this, maybe you want to take your ablution and you must check your leg. Normally, we are not aware about this. But we always say to Allah, all my living, what I do in my life, I want to do it as an act of worship. So, when you enter your washroom, always left leg, coming out right, right. You enter the masjid, right leg, coming out from the masjid, left leg. A lot of people don't bother about these legs. Any legs goes, as long as I enter. But you don't remember, or you have forgotten that by following the way of the Prophet, this one man, Allah will reward you kindly, and you will be make easy to enter paradise, because you follow his.
I'm sorry, Ustaz, I'm asking for someone who's too shy
Okay.
to ask. It's about wearing rings.
Wearing a ring.
Yeah, it's just one that has a mother's ring and wearing on the left side here. And
You
marriage.
mean the middle one, the
No.
middle ring.
This one. Jari manis.
Jari manis.
Yeah,
The
and-
Malay call sweet finger. Jari
And-
manis.
And the wedding ring is this finger. Yeah. And there's a ring in the middle finger on the right. So,
That you want to use is still okay, but always try to use on the right hand, not the left, because this hand is the hand that you will wash your private part and so on. Yeah? So always use the right. Anything good, right, right.
includes
If you
the
want to
watch.
wear watch, right.
Okay.
Sometimes so use left,
Yeah.
but right, because time is callous. People who love the Prophet, when they look at how you dress yourself, what kind of thing that you use on your right hand, people know you are a person who loves the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So use right. You see, we have 5 fingers. The Malay call these fingers. I give you the Malay name these 5 fingers. This is Ibu Jari, the thumb. This they call Jari Telunjuk, the index fingers. This Jari Tengah, middle finger,
Jari
because
hantu.
it's always in the middle. This they call sweetie finger, Jari Manis. This they call baby finger, Anak Jari. The Malay name these 5 finger. If you look at their logic, these represent elders. These represent the young one. These represent the intellectual one. Only smart people who command you to do things, instruct you to do things, use this finger. They don't use this finger. Here, listen, do this, do that. Always use this finger. This middle finger is a symbol of leadership. He is always above. You cannot say there is a society without a leader. You cannot say I am in a community without a leader. You cannot say I'm praying Jama'ah without an imam. You cannot say there's a family without a leader. There should be a father figure. That's why adult, the elders, the young one, the intellectual leaders, and what is this? We call what? Jari manis. Why we call jari manis? It's sweet. You can try to suck this finger. If you eat anything, the finger licking, do you taste some sweetness from this finger? No. Because this is the finger that normally people wearing. Meaning, in the community, there must have some people who are rich. Only rich people will wear something here. Yeah. Sometimes this finger can cost you 10 ringgit. It can cost you 10 million. Yeah. Maybe with a red diamond, pink diamond, cost you a lot. Yeah. That means there must be rich people to help everything. You must have elders to guide you, the young to do activities. You must have scholars to tell you what to do. You must have leader that everybody have to follow to unite everybody. This is just my addition, not from the hadith. This is to share with you why we call this a balanced society. You have elders, young one, intellectual, leaders, and rich one. Alhamdulillah. May Allah guide all of us. Please don't forget the 6th condition. Yeah? Because I'm going to ask you next week. This one, I hope that a lot of us are aware about this. Our yearly outdoor activities. Yeah? Normally, we open for age 12 above, because there's a lot of outdoor activities that we are helping our young people, if you think you are young, to become active Muslim, and to show them how practical Islam is. You know, children, until the age of 25, most of us are above 25. Yeah? But those who think they want to join, they can inform the committee here and see how it goes. Is our youth camp. It's very important for people who never joined us before, try to join us. Yeah? You will see how it benefits the younger generation. The Prophet said, Al-mu'min qawiyun, than just a Muslim but passive, weak, lazy. Allah don't like this kind of people. May Allah make us active, practicing Muslim, and strengthen our memory to memorize the 6th condition that you are going to be asked next week. Amin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Recite this with me together. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. The meaning of this hadith, this zikr, is the Prophet said, whoever ends a gathering, a class, with this short recitation of prayer, glory be to you, O Allah. All praise belong to you. We bear witness there is none worthy of worship except you alone, and we ask you for forgiveness upon the sin that we have committed, and we are repenting back to you. Accept our repentance. The Prophet said, whoever ends the gathering with this short prayer, all your minor sins will be erased by Allah Rabbul Alameen. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We get ready for our Zuhur prayer. Zakat. Other question?